So I have a very interesting Mirabella glowy ring thing. Pixel LED ring table lamp. No clue why you'd want to buy this, but sure. I was about to pair it up. Very cheap construction. I don't know how much it cost. Obviously I got this at no cost because I was about to plug it in and that looks pretty crap. Anyway, plug it in anyway, why not? Where's my amperage? 0.2 of an amp. Powers up. Ooh. Now, is this just gonna max the amperage the moment I press that? The answer is yes. So we'll take it apart and see what's inside. That was an absolute chore. Interestingly enough, that had a steel weight in it to keep it from presumably rolling over, but I feel like that's not going to do much. We can weigh that in a minute. There are so many screws around the outside of that. In theory now, I guess this should pop out. Ooh. So they haven't used the traditional sort of like LED neon type. They've gone and moulded their own pretty good feeling sort of reflective bit. And then it looks like I've just used a standard RGB colour strip around the outside. Assuming not addressable, they'd just be normal ones. Oh, actually, DQ. What's DQ? DIN. I don't know, it doesn't look like there's an RGB on it. Might open up the controller, or maybe resolder them to something and see what happens. So just out of curiosity, I snipped off the end and resoldered those wires on. Probably need to trim, but that's alright. So we'll see if it works now. Put that in there. On. Ooh. Is it meant to be just one? Very, ooh. You know what? That would probably mean no. I saw that light for a second, unless that's just... Interesting. What's caused the rest of them to die? So I've done a little bit of troubleshooting, and I had noticed, so I measured all up there, and they all measured 5 volts, so power's getting around. But then I noticed underneath this was actually an LED, which was the one just prior to that. I thought, well, maybe I'll cut that out. And lo and behold, once it was cut out, we have an RGB ring, which is bizarre. And why would you put an LED under that? I mean, I guess you don't have a choice because, you know, you don't make custom strips. It's just where it ended up. But yes, I don't know why that was changing it. I just cut it closer towards the terminals. But interesting. It looks rather nice. I don't know. Again, I don't know what you do with it, but it does look nice. And that's it with roughly its little dispersing filter in place. It's quite a nice effect, and I believe you can cycle through them. Probably turn off a light, that would help. However, I'm more curious if it's hackable via Arduino, because there are addressable LEDs, but I've never addressed LEDs before because they're just too expensive to buy. So instead of using that digital pin that's on there, I might just yank that out temporarily and wire another wire off there to an Arduino. Off to a good start with the fast LED library. I think it was a how-to mechatronics tutorial. Changes this one. I've tanked it on the end. I'm wondering if these are directional, considering it's only lit up the one. It would make sense if that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's how it knows. Actually, ooh, what if they're chained? So what if it knows what an input is, and it's got an arrow pointing towards the output, so it knows which LED is next? That would be cool. I might unsolder that and put that there and see what happens then. Alright, so they're soldered up to the start. Power it up. Ooh. Ooh. Beautiful. So now we've cut out this thing's controller, although I want to take that apart because I want to know what's in it. And now it's fully controlled by the Arduino. So at the very minimum, I guess, it was worth the scavenge because RGB LEDs are not cheap, and the code is insanely simple. I do admire this fast LED library. Okay, well, this one's not as simple, but some of the other ones I saw were super simple by the looks of it. Just address the LED and then give it an RGB value. So yeah, I don't know what I'll use them for, but cool. Inside of that controller, we've got 4 buttons, very surprising, and a chip that has absolutely no info on it. That's about it.